Venkata, like a small request, Venkat. Is there any chance to move the class to just half an hour before 6:30
You want it
in your timing?
It should be little early.
Yes, yeah, 6:30. Is there any chance?
Let me check with other participants as well as with LAXMAN. Okay.
Okay. So that will helpful for me because I'm also attending the financial training which is starting at 9:30 Eastern timing, not in Indian time IST. So so need a little bit early, like 6:30 to yeah.
Okay, let me check.
Sure. And also are you covering like a time and labor also in the part of this functional training?
No, time and labor is not part of this. I will let you know what we are going to cover.
Okay, yeah.
So Venkat, this class is 7 to 9 Indian time, right? IST.
Yeah, right now it is 7 to 9. Before 9 we'll finish.
So if the other person he has other class 9:30 should be okay for you. I'm not sure.
Sorry, I'm not 9:30. It's 8 to 10. 8 to 10, like the other class. I'm in Eastern Eastern timings. I'm from New York. So actually, for me, it's one class is 9. This class is now it's 9:30. 9:30, right? The class starts 9:30 to 10:30. That means I can attend only 1 hour, and also I have a finance class from 10:30 to 12:30. So if the class is at least 30 minutes before, that will help for me, to attend both the sessions.
I mean, I am myself. This is Rao. I am okay. I am in the US, so Eastern time. I am okay timing half an hour early. But other people, there are people from India, Chennai, Mumbai.
Yeah.
So if they have to go to office, and you have to getting up and.
Best thing is all of you drop a mail to LAXMAN or talk to them, and I don't have any issues. So half an hour starting early. Okay.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Yeah, even I don't have any issues to start early, so not an issue.
So all of you can see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So once again, welcome to the first session of HCM online training. Please keep your mics on mute. So in this session, we are going to talk in general about the cloud. What is cloud and what are the various cloud models available as of today? We have software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. And what benefits we derive out of the Oracle Cloud, and what are the key differences between cloud and the traditional on-premise applications, which we are all familiar so far. And we also introduce you the cloud applications, or otherwise known as fusion applications. That is what is the term Oracle has used initially, but now it is cloud applications. So there should not be any confusion between fusion and cloud applications. Fusion is something which Oracle newly introduced by combining various best features from eBusiness, PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, etc. Then they moved specifically to the cloud because fusion applications are applicable in the sense we can implement as a SaaS model as well as on-premise model also. So that's why a broader term is fusion applications, but when we talk about only SaaS applications, that is nothing but the cloud. Also, we will discuss about briefly the cloud architecture, how the cloud looks like, and what are the various deployment models available, and what technologies are used while building the fusion applications by Oracle. And we'll also briefly discuss about the enterprise structure of fusion applications or cloud applications. And lastly, I will give you what curriculum we are going to cover in this functional training. So cloud is a broad term which generally describes a broad range of services. So to truly understand how the cloud can be of value to an organization, so it is first important to understand what the cloud really is and what are the various components which constitutes the cloud. Because the cloud is a broad collection of services, organizations have a chance to choose where, when, and how they use the cloud computing. So in other words, cloud computing is a model for enabling convenient on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources. So what are the configurable computing resources which can be given on demand? That is your networks, your servers, your storage applications, and other services which can be provisioned very rapidly and can be released with minimal management effort or the service provider interaction. This is what is cloud computing in a broader term, which means, to speak in plain terms, cloud computing is the ability for the end users so that they can utilize parts of bulk resources, and these resources can be acquired quickly and easily. That is what is basically a cloud computing is. And there are three distinct categories within the cloud computing. That is SaaS, software as a service, PaaS, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. So first we'll look at the what is SaaS is all about. As we know, software as a service, SaaS, which is defined as software that is deployed over the internet. That means with SaaS, a provider, like here provider, we'll take it as Oracle because a lot of other providers also available in the market. So the provider licenses the application to the customers as service on demand. This is very important, through a subscription in a pay as you go model. That means unlike our traditional applications which were so far running on premise, in a SaaS model, Oracle provides the license to the customers to use their services as an on-demand service through the subscription. And that subscription model is known as pay as you go model. That means you take the service and pay for the number of users who are going to use that. So that is what pay as you go model. And today SaaS is the rapidly growing market, as all of you know. And this rapid growth indicates that SaaS applications will soon become commonplace within every organization. Because once an organization adopts SaaS model, definitely their partners, their customers, okay, their other vendors, everyone try to be there so that they can easily do the business with that particular organization. So it is important that buyers and users of technology understand what SaaS is and where it is suitable. Then we have the platform as a service, which is also a category of cloud computing services, which provides a platform which allows the customers to develop, run, and manage applications without the complexity of building and maintaining the infrastructure typically associated with the developing and launching the applications. So in a PaaS model, it is mainly applicable to the developers, so they can develop run and manage the applications without complexity of maintaining the infrastructure. The infrastructure will be provided by the Oracle or the provider, and the developers will be able to use that information so that they can easily do the interfacing, etc. And PaaS is delivered in two ways. One is public cloud service and other one is private. So if it is a public cloud service, the consumer controls the software deployment with minimal configuration options, and the provider like Oracle will provide the network, servers, storage, OS, etc. Whereas in a private service, which will be available inside the firewall or a software deployed on a public infrastructure as a service, which may be specific to a customer. In simple terms, private cloud is infrastructure shareable between multiple customers. Private cloud is single customer related information. Okay. So the main advantage of PaaS is it allows for higher level programming with a dramatically reduced complexity. That's what in simple terms we can say. So that the overall development of the application can be more effective, so that it has the built-in infrastructure, and maintenance and enhancement of the application will be much easier from the customer's point of view. And PaaS is useful especially in a situation where multiple developers will be working on development project, or where other external parties need to interact with the development process. For example, PaaS is useful where you want to interface with the Google App Engine, or you want to develop some custom information, like for example in any organization, if employees pre-travel approval process has to be integrated with HCM or financials, etc. So those things can be done easily with the PaaS. Then we have the infrastructure as a service, IaaS. Infrastructure as a service is a way of delivering the cloud computing infrastructure like servers, storage, network, and OS as an on-demand service. That means rather than purchasing the servers, software, data center space, or networking equipments, clients buy those resources as a fully outsourced service on demand. So with this infrastructure as a service, what is the primary advantage the customers will get is they are not going to acquire the infrastructure. Instead, they are going to get it as a service on demand. So they don't need to put initial cost, heavy initial costs, because if you want to have physically all those infrastructures in place, then it will be very costly for the customers. So this will be best suitable for most of the customers who don't want to invest much. So now let us see what is the differences or the comparison between the cloud versus on-premise. So the on-premise applications, which so far used by the EBS customers, that is Oracle eBusiness, as well as PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, all these customers using the on-premise applications, in the sense they buy the license and complete with infrastructure. Everything is installed and provisioned at the customer's locations, and data center is managed by the customers. So the main issue with the on-premise applications is upfront investment. Customers has to do a huge investment, and whenever there are upgrades and patches released by the providers like Oracle, customers need to own that upgrades and the patching, which incur additional cost, and data centers and hardware costs, including the disaster recovery. Sorry. And whenever we want to do the customizations, costly customizations, and separately annual support costs. Like some of you must be knowing, Airtel has implemented the e-business finance and HCM applications, and they have given the annual maintenance to IBM. So that is again annual support cost, additional cost apart from implementation. Retention of own IT and subcontract staff required. Definitely you need to maintain, so you need separate resources. You have to manage your own network security and access. And whenever new versions comes up, outdated software, if you are not upgrading or if you are not applying the patches released by Oracle, the customer will be left with some old version, okay, outdated software, resulting in missed business benefit, because Oracle will keep on bringing up a lot of new functionalities and modify the existing functionalities so that they wants to make the application better and better. Now if a customer stuck with old version without upgrading, so they stuck with those outdated software and missing the benefits of the business. Now, how the cloud applications will give solution to these issues which are traditionally faced by the customers. We are not going to put any upfront investment or buy the infrastructure. Rent a flexible service as a pay as you grow model. Today you may be having only 2000 users. As your business grows, you can keep on increasing the resources who are going to use the SaaS applications and pay accordingly. Business super users rather than IT support. You don't need any dedicated IT team because you are only using the on-demand service provided by Oracle or the provider. So you don't need any business super users. You need to use only business super users rather than the IT support team. And the security, which is main concern, will be managed in such a way that you will have access anywhere, whenever, wherever, and always the customers will be available with the modern best practices and processes, because in a cloud application, Oracle will provide the upgrades and the patches. So there is no need for the customers to do it on their own. Whenever a new functionality has been introduced or a new patch has been issued, Oracle will automatically do for the customers. So there is no way that a customer will stuck with a obsolete version or any old version and missing the business benefits. Okay. And most of the times we don't use the term upgrades in a cloud applications. Instead of that, we say instead of upgrades, latest functionalities via the regular releases. That's why most of you must be aware that when Fusion applications have been introduced newly around 2010, I think, and 2011 onwards, it was active in the market. We saw that there was release 1. Okay, then Oracle has started issuing a lot of new releases. So it is not an upgrade, it is giving the releases so that they want to streamline the existing functionalities, as well as they want to add some functionalities which were missing in the previous releases, so that they make the product better and better and more useful to the customers. So release 1, release 2, release 3, like that it was kept on moving till I think 2 months back it was release 11. Now release 12 is in the market and release 13 is going to come maybe in next 2 to 3 months. So that's how Oracle will keep on giving the releases, and each release will enhance the functionalities or include some functionalities which were missing in the earlier releases. So this is in general about the cloud and the various categories associated with the clouds. Now we will see how Oracle as a provider will act for the cloud applications. So Oracle's cloud applications are complete and modular set of enterprise applications engineered from the ground up to the cloud ready and to coexist seamlessly in mixed environments. So Oracle is already known in the market for the applications. So e-business applications is the application which Oracle owns, and some of you must be knowing, as a part of business strategy, Oracle started acquiring some other applications. Like Oracle has acquired the Siebel, Oracle has acquired PeopleSoft. A lot of such things have been acquired to expand the business. So having these applications, which are generally used by the customers as on-premise applications, Oracle wants to enter into the cloud market. So as for example, HCM, if you take, Oracle has got their own product, e-business HCM, and acquired product PeopleSoft, and both are very famous in the market for HCM applications and having a lot of best features. So why not to combine these two, take out the best features and make an application which will give a richer user experience to the customers. So that is where the Fusion applications or the cloud applications came into the market. So as far as HCM is concerned, HCM is a perfect blend of PeopleSoft and the e-business application best in first features. So the very important thing is, this is not an extension of existing e-business HCM applications or existing PeopleSoft HCM applications. Oracle has designed the cloud applications from the scratch. That's what is engineered from the ground up to the cloud ready. And also they have come out with one more flexibility, that is coexist seamlessly in mixed environments. That means if a customer is presently using, say for example, e-business HCM, core HCM or PeopleSoft core HCM, and they don't want to move from e-business to HCM cloud, but they want to taste how the HCM cloud applications looks like. So for that purpose, they want to use only cloud compensation or cloud talent management. So they can continue with their e-business applications in the core HR as the e-business or PeopleSoft, but they can plug and play cloud talent management or cloud compensation like that. So that is what we call it as coexistent environments. So even that has been provided by Oracle, so that let the customers come closer to cloud applications, realize what is there in the cloud, how it is useful, then probably later they may take decision to move entirely from existing e-business or PeopleSoft to HCM cloud. So the Oracle Fusion applications are integrated suite of business applications, which is very important word, integration. So all the applications, whatever the customers take, they are automatically integrated, like between Taleo recruiting and HCM cloud to say payroll. These are all already product integrations were inbuilt. Integrated suite of business applications which connects and automates the entire flow of business process and also addresses the needs of the global enterprise. So when I say global enterprise, which is very important, because nowadays the business is no more local. There are days where people used to do the business in a local environment, but now most of the business are global business. You have multiple country operations, you have customers, you have vendors outside of your country. So definitely business has grown in such a model that it becomes a global business, right? So we need to address the needs of the global enterprise. So Fusion Applications has done that. Designed to ensure your enterprise can be modeled to meet legal and management objectives, and available as a software as a service subscription or with a license to install on-premise. As I said, Fusion Applications, when Oracle brought in, they have both models. If the customer wants to use it as a on-demand service, so they can go for SaaS on a subscription basis, or still they want to go as the old model, they can take the license and install as on-premise. So we are going to focus on the SaaS, that is cloud applications. So what benefits customers will derive if they adopt Oracle Cloud? So Oracle is the provider. In general, so far we have talked about provider. So here let us focus on the Oracle Cloud, Oracle being the provider. So first thing is lower IT infrastructure cost, because infrastructure is not borne by the customers. Infrastructure will be provided by Oracle. So lower IT infrastructure costs, lower operational expenses. Definitely you don't need any dedicated IT team because the data center, your database, everything is managed by Oracle from a remote. Lower maintenance cost, patching, upgrading, any performance issues, everything will be addressed by the dedicated team of Oracle people. So we don't need to have any maintenance cost. Ability to access the service via standard platforms. So if a customer implements, say, cloud HCM or cloud financials or any such applications, they can access those services via standard platforms like desktop, laptop, okay, iPads, whatever, mobiles, etc. No license, so customers need not to buy license. Only thing they have to pay per user. So how many users are using that application or that service, accordingly you have to use. Software is managed from central location by Oracle. Automatic patch application, automatic software upgrades. So customer doesn't have any headache of looking for upgradations and patch applications. Oracle will do that because the software is managed from a central location by Oracle. So whenever they issue new releases or new patches, automatically for all the SaaS customers in a phased manner, they will be doing that. Faster time to value and return on investment, and customers will have a rich user experience. So these are some of the benefits of Oracle Cloud. So that why customers go with that, or why should customers go with that? Okay. So this becomes a talk in the market. So when we are going for cloud computing, so just a form of joke.
Yeah, I have a question actually.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, please.
So how the security will be handled? Actually, in the HRM is one of the key attribute to maintain the job information and personal information is mainly driven by, especially in the US, it is driven by social security number.
Yeah.
SSN is the key factor, right? So in that case, it's not because everything is maintained by Oracle application or Oracle corporation. So then how the security will be handled? Because it's a sensitive data, right?
Yeah, that's why we have separate security model now. So the data center, even though it's common between the customers, we have a security model which we will learn when we talk about the cloud security, HCM security especially. So we have some role-based security. So people with a specific role only will be able to access the information. Even though they have access to the cloud applications, they cannot access entire information. So we have the role-based access. Okay.
Yeah, and also regarding the database, Oracle database, right? So actually, we will take the daily backups and incremental backups on every day or per week or something, right? So will that Oracle take care of all these backups and everything?
Yeah, Oracle will take care of that. Okay.
All the backups and
yeah,
and even that Oracle database upgrades, especially 12C and those things, right? So
that also taken care
actually,
of. Not only database upgrades, even application new releases, new functionalities, new patches whenever they issue on a phased manner. As I told you, on a phased manner. Okay, this week we'll do on customer A, next week we'll do on customer B. Like that, Oracle will give a schedule. So accordingly, that will happen. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, all mandatory things Oracle as a service provider will do it.
Yeah.
But something client specific too. They don't want to, if they want create clones every day, backups every day, things like that. It's depending on the client. They will and what you call that, they will enable those.
Yeah, they will allow. They will allow based on the client demand. That's why it is on demand service, right?
Okay. Thank you.
I mean, they're all not same. It depends on how much you are giving to Oracle. The charge will be based on that.
Exactly. The more services you need, accordingly they'll charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Venkat, Ganesh here. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. And what is the difference between the Fusion HCM and Workday? So what is the scope in
Now,
giving these?
Workday is totally a different provider, and SaaS HCM Cloud is provided by Oracle. Okay, they are competitors.
Okay.
Like most of the providers now in the market coming out with the cloud, because that is the requirement in the market as on date. Many people wants to go with the cloud. So Oracle is one of the provider. So that's why we are going to see why we should go for Oracle and how Oracle is as a provider giving the services. Okay. So I cannot compare other things, but yeah.
Venkatesh, I want to know
Just
that
wanted
you
to.
will
Yeah.
pass or also pass
Yeah.
if yeah. In this training session you only cover the SAS and pass both.
Now, PaaS is something which is development related. So PaaS comes under the technical. We are going to cover only SaaS, functional side.
SAS.
Okay.
In a past there is no functional requirement like that EBS when we are implementing the new project and any new module, then always need to functional and technical.
Yeah, that's why once you
So
learn
like
functional, first of all, what is there on the front end, then only you can talk about the back end, right?
okay.
Can we do customizations on SaaS model?
We can do, but customization, the term what we use is little different in the SaaS applications. We'll talk about that. We can do,
Okay.
but there is some limitation. Okay.
Venkat, Venkat for HCM EBS, right? This is Manoj. HCM EBS, we had the par table, correct? So is the table structure changed in Fusion?
Most of the table structure is like EBS table structure only.
So we can query the same tables and we can get the data in Fusion?
Yeah, definitely.
One thing. Sorry, Venkatesh. One thing more. That is related to payroll. Okay. Just for query, I want to ask you that when you will cover the like that when we are run the payrolls, then run results. Some queries are required to handle the data. So you will cover the how to fetch the run results and all things balances.
No, that's what I clearly told. In this session, we are going to talk about only functional, SaaS. Okay. So, backend queries, table structure, everything comes under technical, which will be dealt in a separate session. Okay.
No, Venkatesh, I am from last 3 years. I am a functional consultant, and currently I have a third company. And each and every company, even Airtel, okay, you have talked to Airtel, okay. I have worked on 1.5 years with Airtel, and in that, as a functional consultant, then always required to some query, run the queries.
No, running the queries and all, I agree. But Airtel is used in the e-business on-premise applications. So you have every liberty. But what I am talking about is cloud. Cloud has got definitely restrictions. You are not as free as you are on the EBS. Okay.
And Venkat, then one more question I have is cloud, right? In the SaaS model, we have software as a service for Oracle. So you are saying that for HCM cloud, so they are going to manage all the work structure related everything from
no,
there.
they are not going to manage that. See,
okay.
When implementing the HCM cloud, you have to implement what you want, how many locations you want, how many jobs you want, all those things.
Payroll.
Only the data will be managed. So inside the database where these are all going to be stored, that is not at the customer's location. That will be managed remotely by Oracle. Only whatever has been created, you will be able to use them for your day-to-day business as a software on demand, okay, service on demand.
So is there any security? Means like,
Yeah,
is my
definitely.
data
See, without
secure?
security, how a customer can do that? Definitely, we have the security, which I told it is role-based security. We call it as role-based access control. So, which we'll talk about. Okay.
And will that data be expired, or because it is sitting somewhere else, right? Not in my own local database. So will that data has some lifetime?
Yeah,
How long
lifetime
will it
definitely.
keep
As
that
long as you
data?
subscribe, it will continue.
And if I want to download in my own local database, can I do it or no? They don't allow.
No. Database is not there with you at all.
So everything is with Oracle, right?
Yes.
So that is it. Okay, thank you.
Hey Venkat, Kunal here.
Yeah.
Just as part of a scope of this functional training, are we going to cover how to write down fast formulas and how to extract data?
Extraction
Is
will
it
be a
covered?
technical part. Fast formulas we'll discuss.
Okay. And extraction, at least, are you going to give any overview on that?
No,
I
we have
understand.
separate session actually. So technical session, extracts and other things will be covered. Loading, importing, all those things.
Mm-hmm. But at least writing down few queries with OTBA and all those things, you're not going to cover any reporting in this session?
OTBA I will touch upon where the OTBA, how this looks like, but how to actually create OTBA reports and all, that will be a separate session. Okay.
And is it scheduled nearby?
Yeah, after this functional training, it was scheduled. Okay.
Okay.
That details you can get from LAXMAN. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So I know people are enthusiastic, so many questions, but just this is a first session and I'm going to give you a very brief idea about the applications. But as we keep on moving further, you'll be able to see how we are going to progress. Okay. So why we need to choose Oracle Fusion Applications as the service provider for our SaaS applications? So we have top 10 reasons. Gives business optimal performance and value, runs Oracle's modern Fusion applications out of the box, provides a comprehensive social relationship platform for engaging the customers, partners, and employees. This will be one of the main attraction of the cloud applications. We have the social responsibility also included, or we say social platform, social relationship, so that what we do on social websites like Facebook or LinkedIn, same things can be done among the employees within the enterprise, okay, across the globe. You can maintain social relationships, you can create your social groups, network groups, chart, bookmark, exchange ideas, exchange documents, everything can be done. Drives new levels of social intelligence and reporting, optimizes PaaS integration, places more autonomy and decision making in the hands of the customers, offers customers world-class security and the architecture, allows customers to set their own timetables for upgrades. So this is one of the question some of you asked. So whenever there is new release or upgrade takes place, so customers, Oracle will come out with a schedule. I'm going to apply these patches or upgrades next week. So being a customer, you can put your own timetable. Instead of next week, I want following week or before week. So accordingly, customers has got a say, and Oracle will be able to schedule those upgrades and patch applications, etc. Liberates money and time for customers via completeness of the end-to-end solution. So cloud application has got complete solution. It's not that Oracle is providing only HCM cloud. We have service cloud, we have sales cloud, we have procurement, we have financials. So complete end-to-end solution available from the Oracle Cloud. State-of-the-art data centers and global operations. So as we know that in a cloud environment, the data center is remotely managed by Oracle. So where these data centers are set up, one of the question asked by someone, the data privacy, definitely. So most of the customers who are in US, there will be data centers set up in US. Most of the customers who are in Australia, data centers will be set up in Australia. So accordingly, so that privacy is also protected, so that you don't have any such issues or doubts, so that it take the state of the art data centers across the globe, so that customers satisfaction is the utmost important. So these are the some of the reasons why customers can go with the Oracle Cloud, but again it is up to what provider we choose. So the cloud architecture of the Oracle is a 3-tier architecture. So in the first tier we have the applications, like we have HCM family, we have CRM family, we have the supply chain family, GRC. These are all the various product application families in the first layer. And in the second layer, we have the Fusion middleware. Most of you must have heard this word middleware. So middleware is the backbone for the SaaS. So if we want to have the SaaS, we should have the middleware. So that middleware consists of all the servers, okay, like your Oracle Web Center, HTTP server, your enterprise content management, okay, your business intelligence. All this information is associated in the middleware, and then as usual we have the database. So this is the 3-tier architecture of Oracle Cloud. Now Oracle has come out with the Fusion applications in 2010. So we are on 2017 now. So in between, we have seen a lot of organizations, a lot of customers adopted the cloud applications, whether it is HCM or finance or whatever the case may be. But when Oracle brought in the cloud applications into the market, they have given 3 choices to the customers. Choice of adoption scenarios. One is do nothing, no immediate plans for Fusion. So there is a customer who is running on e-business. There may be another customer who is running on Siebel. So let them continue. I don't want to move to the Fusion applications or cloud applications. Customer is happy with Siebel or e-business. Fine. What it means is Oracle is not going to stop e-business or Siebel or PeopleSoft development and the support. They are going to continue them. So those customers who don't want to move to the cloud, let them continue with the traditional applications which they were happy. Okay, Oracle is not forcing anybody. Okay, we have come out with the Fusion application, so all the customers, those who are using EBS, PeopleSoft must move. There is nothing like that. Okay, that is one thing. Second thing is coexistence scenario. So you don't want to move from the core e-business or core PeopleSoft, but you want to try. Say for example, one customer is having the HCM core with the e-business. Okay, their entire people, their work structures, everything is in e-business, and they don't have the compensation module implemented yet. Now they are planning to implement compensation, so they can go with EBS compensation. But now Oracle will tell, okay, if you are okay with EBS compensation implementation, go ahead, fine. Otherwise, in cloud also we have compensation module. So why don't you try that? Keep your core HR in e-business only, but try out the cloud compensation. So that is a coexistence model. So even that can be done. Same way talent management. And the third scenario is replacement scenario, pillar or suite. So one customer is having financials, HCM, CRM, everything in EBS. Now the customer wants to move the entire finance pillar from EBS to cloud, or HCM pillar from EBS to cloud. Other things they want to continue in EBS only, but one pillar, complete product family, they want to move. Even that is also fine. So these are the choices available for the customers, those who are presently customers for Oracle. So which way they want to go, they can go. So if they adopt coexist model, which is very popular actually, because many customers don't want to immediately move entirely to the cloud, but they want to try out what is there in the cloud. So that is where the coexistence model was given. So your core HR may be time and labor, payroll, benefits, everything is in PeopleSoft or e-business, but they don't have presently talent management. They don't have presently compensation. Now they want to try out them instead of e-business or PeopleSoft from the cloud. So HR to HR interface, we call it. So your core HR will be in EBS or PeopleSoft, but your compensation and talent, etc., can be taken from the Fusion. So plug and play model is available. And these are some of the technologies used while developing the Fusion applications. So ADF, application development framework, is used for user interface technologies. That is the front end applications, what a user will see, user will interact. That is what we call it as user interface. Backend technologies, orchestration technologies, SOA, service oriented architecture. Okay. Security, platform security services, and also Oracle uses the enterprise scheduler service for running the requests and reports, and BPM, business process management, for approvals. So these are some of the underlying technologies which were used while building the Fusion applications.
Yeah, Venkat, I have a question. One thing. Suppose if I'm in PeopleSoft actually. Suppose my company is implementing core HR and benefits and payroll. Now they want to introduce a compensation module. So if Oracle client is hosting go with the cloud, right? So the main core data is maintained in the PeopleSoft. Right, compensation actually for compensation module, the core HR data is required to integrate with the compensation.
Correct.
Right, so to integrate that part, right, there might be actually is providing some kind of a interfacing kind of thing to integrate the compensation module.
Correct.
Is that that means it's a two-way communication, not one-way communication.
Yeah, definitely it is a two. That's why if you see this figure, HR to HR interface, it is showing up as well as down. So employees are residing in your PeopleSoft application, whereas the compensations, what you are going to give them the award, say salary hike, you are going to give from the compensation module, which is in the cloud. So the employee data will move from core HR to cloud, and there on the compensation worksheet, if you are a little familiar with compensation, you know the term worksheet. The worksheet is the place where the managers will allocate the awards in the compensation module. So on the worksheet, the employee data will reflect. So that data will be taken from the core PeopleSoft application and will reflect in the compensation. There the awards will be given, and the given award should come back to the PeopleSoft, because you may be using the PeopleSoft payroll to make the payments.
Yeah. Exactly. So my question here is they want to implement the interfaces in both the PeopleSoft as well as the in the cloud area, right? Suppose in this case might be actually we need some customizations on the delivered processes, right? So suppose my company wants only some some level of data. But Oracle the interfaces they are using already they depend all entire interfacing
what data
element.
should come, how much level of data should come, these are all configurable when you are implementing the cloud compensation. So you have to configure the worksheet display, what information of the employee should come there. You want only employee last name and employee ID, not the employee's job related information or anything. You can very well do that. That is a configuration option available.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
So Venkat,
Venkat,
I have one question. So you said coexistence, right? So in coexistence, do we need to take help from Oracle development, or
no? That interface will be provided directly by Oracle during implementation.
Okay, but the training and support, or the client has to get their own support people to do the coexistence implementation.
Yeah, implementation team will do that, but Oracle also will be in the implementation partner. Okay, and they will provide that interface. Then onwards, it becomes a routine. Just you move the data and start working with the applications. They will run some services
So we have
background. So always your data interface between HR to HR will happen. We need not to specifically do anything.
we have to schedule jobs, daily jobs for
Yes,
those.
yes, yeah. Daily jobs has to be scheduled. That's what when I say
Okay.
running some services backend. Okay.
So Venkat, just an estimate how many days this type of project takes if you want to use coexistence.
It depends upon how many. Is like if you are only doing coexistence for compensation,
Right.
already your core HR data is in place
Yep.
in PeopleSoft or e-business. It is not going to take more than 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can budget for 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is one of the advantage why customers are now looking for cloud is the implementation time drastically reduces. Okay.
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, the implementation times are down a lot.
Yeah. So the Fusion enterprise structure. Just I will give you very briefly. Okay, what is Fusion enterprise structure is. Now Fusion has come out with something called enterprise because as I said earlier in one of the slide, global enterprises. Nowadays the business is a global business. So most of the business is spread across the boundaries of the country. So you have global business. So the business of a customer is recognized as an enterprise. Okay. For example, let us take Oracle itself. Oracle is a global enterprise because Oracle presence is there throughout the globe. Okay. But Oracle is headquartered in US, which is Oracle Corporation. So the enterprise is Oracle Enterprise. In this example, ABC Enterprise. But the entire business goes on the name of Oracle Corporation. Okay. We call it as Ultimate Holding Company. Okay. Which is on the top. So enterprise acts like a boundary. So when you construct a house, you will have a boundary wall. So your enterprise is a boundary inside which all your other structures will be available. So ABC Enterprise is the enterprise which acts like a boundary within which ABC Corporation is the legal entity which we call it as Ultimate Holding Company on whose name the entire business runs. And suppose this ABC Corporation is operating in two different products. They have chemicals, they have cements. Okay. So in Fusion or HCM Cloud, we call them as divisions. So cements division and chemicals division, which are not specific to any country. Okay. You can do chemical business in India. You can do chemical business in Singapore. You can do cements business in US. You can do cements business in UK or China, whatever the case may be. So divisions are not any country specific. That is your product. Then that product which you operate in each country will be a legal entity because whenever you want to do business in any country, you need to take permissions from that governments and legally you are bound to produce some fiscal reports to the government. So ABC Cements India is a legal entity. ABC Chemicals India is a legal entity. ABC Chemicals Singapore is a legal entity. So that whenever you want to see how my cements business is performing, you have to roll up the results or consolidate the results of ABC Cements India and ABC Cements Singapore so that the cements division's performance will be known. So those are the individual legal entities and below each legal entity you will have your departments and all those stuff. That's how the structure has been designed. So whenever we implement HCM cloud applications, we need to look at the customer's business and accordingly we need to build those informations. And in the bottom, if you see color coded in a different way, that is legislative data group. So whenever you have the business, you will have the resources, your employees, and you have to pay them. So you need to have a payroll. But when it comes to the payroll is specific to country, right? If you are working in India and drawing salary, definitely you need to pay taxes as per the Indian government legislation rules and regulations. So though your organization is a global organization, your enterprise is a global enterprise, your business is global, but when it comes to the payments and the related taxation, you must be country specific. So in this example, even though you have cements as a separate legal entity, you have a chemicals separate legal entity, both are in India, and your employees working whether in cements or chemicals, they have to pay the taxes as per the Indian legislation. So there is legislative data group, which partitions the data specifically for the payroll and the taxation. Same way, if you have other country operations, you need one legislative data group, which is mainly required for the payroll. So here we can see little description on those areas. Enterprise, it replaces the e-business business group as a primary data partition. Those who are from e-business background, you must be knowing in e-business, you will have a business group, which is country specific. And the data partition happens from business group to business group. Now there is no more business group in Fusion. It's only enterprise. So enterprise to enterprise data partition happens. So one customer, one enterprise. Within that enterprise, which acts like a boundary within which you have all your data resides. Okay. So it's strengthened to support multi-tenancy requirements. It has no cross-enterprise data or process because enterprise to enterprise partitions happen. And the enterprise structure supports one global version of all work structures and people. Whereas the legislative data group is country-specific data partition within the enterprise. So your enterprise may be working in 5 countries or presence in 5 countries, but for each country you have the employees who take the payments and supposed to pay the taxes. So for that purpose, even though your enterprise is one, within the enterprise the data partition happens based on the legislative data groups, specifically when you are implementing the payroll, because the taxation part is specific to country. Okay, so this is how we have the enterprise structure available with your divisions, legal entities, and the legislative data groups. We'll see some more in depth when we actually go with the core HR part, how these things will be implemented, and we'll do some activities also accordingly. Right now, if you have any primary questions on this, just let me know.
Hey Venkatesh, Ravinder.
Yeah.
Venkatesh, you told me that if one person present in India and India legislative, and after some times management decide to move in Singapore, then how can they move?
Yeah, there is a global transfer procedure is available. You're asking me on the transaction level. Yeah, that is always possible. As long as you are working for the same enterprise, movement is quite possible.
Like that in a EBS, cross business move is there.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what
Business
global
move.
transfer we call it in EBS, global transfer. So you have to move the employee from one business group to another business group, right? Same way here also we
Then
have the global transfer.
employee number must be same, and taxation and all things is according to legislation.
Yeah. See, once an employee moves from India to Singapore, then as long as he is drawing payment out of India, that LDG is India LDG and taxation is accordingly. When you move them to Singapore, definitely now that taxation will be applicable, right?
Okay. When they move, there is a one process that and all the dues and salaries process stop in India and start with Singapore.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, you have to end-date him in India and
Yeah,
set
that
up.
process is separate. That's why I told there is a process called global transfer. That will take care of those things. Okay.
Okay.
Venkat, these 4 structure, enterprise, division, legal entity, and legislative, all are mandatory, or is it like optional?
No, nothing is mandatory. Especially divisions are not mandatory. LDGs are not mandatory. If you don't have payroll application, you don't need LDG at all.
Okay. So legal entity and enterprise will be mandatory.
They are mandatory, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Now we'll move on to the course curriculum, what we are going to cover. So first we'll cover the global HCM, or we call it as core HR part. So as a part of core HR, first I'll give you the overview of HCM, Fusion HCM or Cloud HCM, how the user interfaces looks like, how you can sign in, how you will navigate, all those stuff we will learn because it is entirely different from what we are using. And we have a feature called Functional Setup Manager, which is an implementation tool. So whenever we want to implement HCM Cloud, we must know what is Functional Setup Manager and how that will be useful for us to do an implementation. So we'll talk about that. Then we will go with the various other features like geographies, enterprise structures, workforce structures, how to set up grades, jobs and positions, workforce lifecycle, where we'll do some HCM related transactions like how to hire, how to fire, how to transfer, how to promote, all those stuff we'll look at. Then also we will learn about worker directories, workforce profiles. Then we will talk about HCM security, approvals, workforce records, and feature called checklists. Sorry, please keep your mics on mute. That's what I told in the beginning. Okay. So cloud talent management. As a part of talent management, we'll talk about goal management and the related information like goals, goal library, goal plans, assigning of goals, etc. Then we will start setting up the performance management, where we'll define the questionnaires, performance roles, metrics management, performance process flow, performance template, rating models, writing assistant performance document template, and finally how to create the performance document.
Venkat, due to some
Yeah, sorry.
Due to some emergency, I want to leave it. Okay, can you share the recorded?
Yeah. This session is recorded, and you will be shared with the recorded version, so you can listen anytime.
Okay. Due to some emergency, I
Yeah.
need to
Sure.
leave it.
Please. Okay. Then we'll also cover absence management. We'll talk about absence components, worker availability, eligibility profiles, how to use the formulas in the absence management, lookups, value sets, flex fields, absence elements, absence plans. We have 3 different absence plans: accrual plans, qualification plans, no entitlement plans, absence types, absence reasons, and absence categories. How to schedule an absence, what are the various absence rules observed, all those stuff we'll cover. Then we'll also cover the global payroll, overview of payroll, what are the prerequisites for payroll setup, what is payroll definition, pay frequency, consolidation set, pay periods, payroll elements. In that we'll see what is element classification, element template, element eligibility, how to make the element entries, deduction cards, involuntary deductions, event groups, object groups, payroll balances, costing, and how the payroll will be calculated and processed, payroll flows and payroll security. These are the topics covered under the payroll. So these are the informations what we are going to cover. So any questions on what we have covered in this?
Venkat, what we are not going. Sorry, I'm sorry. Venkat, what we are not going to cover here is time and labor, absence management. Are we covering?
Absence management we are covering. Core HR, talent, absence, and payroll.
Compensation we are not covering.
Yeah,
time and labor and
benefits,
compensation.
Time and labor that we are not covering.
But payroll we are doing that.
Yeah.
Payroll. Those things, those 3, will it be an additional training? Will it be a separate class for them?
Yeah. If you want to learn them, we need to do it separately.
Mr. Venkat, so are you talking about self-service here in this course?
Yeah, definitely. Self-service is part of core HR. There is no separate self-service like EBSS here. So it is part of core HR.
Apart from that, are we going to talk about some sort of reporting?
Reporting, I will touch upon, as I said, OBA reports. Reporting is mainly here, it is BA reports only. So I'll touch upon on
So
that,
we're not
but
talking
we will
about
not go much deeper. That will be
So
covered.
we're not talking about OTBI.
Yeah, OTBA. That's what, when I say BA, it is OTBA only. Because I don't want to use that term at this stage because people will get confused. It is OTBA.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, Mr. Venkat, Ganesh here.
Yeah, please.
Okay, fine. And are we getting the instance access after the tomorrow session?
Instance access, you need to check with LAXMAN. They are going to provide you an instance.
Okay.
But whether it is from tomorrow or the after, I'm not sure. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a demo session, so.
Yeah, I will do a demonstration of those lessons what I'm going to cover, but you need to practice separately, for which
That's
instance
what.
will be provided to you. But when from and all, you need to check with LAXMAN. Okay.
So Venkat, there is a work and hands-on kind of demo, like you'll be doing
I'll be
like
doing the
entering
demos.
employees
Yeah.
and running the
As
process.
a part
Yeah.
of
Okay.
the session, I will be explaining you the concept first through PPTs. Then I will show you the hands-on demos, which later you have to practice.
So all other like our videos and
Yeah, each session
access
will be
to the
recorded, and
database.
that recorded session will be provided to you. So if you have any doubts while doing the activity, you can refer that video. How I have done, I will demonstrate, so you can follow that.
Now, to get the access and all that, we need to contact LAXMAN. LAXMAN is the one to provide those.
LAXMAN is the point of contact because I don't have any control over the instance which will be provided to you. Okay.
Is LAXMAN on the call right now?
Right now he won't be. Just you call him or
Yeah,
mail
like
him.
Venkat Nagesh here. I have like few doubts. Like, what about that benefits and benefits administration? Like, so are you covering those topics also?
No, benefits is not covered. Benefits compensation, they are called as advanced topics, which needs, first of all, the core HR knowledge. So that's why that will not be covered. If you want, we will do it separate session.
Yeah, but those are the key modules, right? Like especially benefits
Key modules
is a key
for the
module.
persons who know the core HR and payroll. Okay, so first we want to focus on the primary things. That's why we have not included them.
Okay, but like there is a separate session means like so after completion of this course or like
after completion
separate,
of the course, those who are interested, you can again contact LAXMAN. So again, he will arrange a session from a specific date.
Okay, because like as per like HMS point of view, benefits, time and labor and compensation, these are the three modules are like very important. Like so that's
Definitely that depends who wants to learn. Okay. If someone is first time entering into the fusion, so definitely this session is covering all those aspects because mainly core HR, absence, talent, where your performance appraisals and all those things, and definitely payroll. These things. That's why we designed that curriculum that way. Then depends upon the advancement we can select.
Global payroll, like what about the US payroll? Like you are going to like cover US payroll as well?
It is US payroll only. We say global payroll, but country extension is US only.
Okay.
We do everything on US only because that data is only available for us.
Okay.
Mr. Venkat, what is the duration of the course?
Course of this?
Yes.
It is supposed to be 40 hours.
Okay, that includes your demo as well as your functional explanation, right?
Yes. That is the agenda, but it may go little here and there. That flexibility is always there. Okay.
So what is the plan? Like, are you going to complete in 45 days, 1 month, 2 months?
See, we are planning daily at least 1.5 hour session, starting from 7 to 8:30, 8:45 or so. So it's supposed to complete in 30 days maximum.
Okay.
But we'll see. Always flips and things will happen. So
when are you starting this course officially? Like
tomorrow onwards. Today is just a demo session. Actual session will start from tomorrow.
Okay.
Venkat, looks like we have a bigger audience here. You might need a longer session, maybe complete 2 hours every day.
Yeah, that's what
Then
it
not
is.
one.
Tentatively, see, whatever we speak about is tentative. 1 hour 45 minutes, 1 hour 45 minutes to maximum 2 hours. Before 9, definitely I'll complete so that office goers, we don't want to stop them. So if the session extends, no problem. It may go beyond 30 days or whatever it is. Little bit.
Okay.
Okay. But we are going to have sessions only from Monday to Friday. No Saturday, Sunday sessions.
So do you have any evening sessions, Mr. Venkat?
No, right now we are not planning anything.
Venkat, if we are interested in that benefits and all those things, is it possible to confirm that after this session we will start with benefit and compensation?
Yeah. Meanwhile, you speak to LAXMAN. Okay. Based on the number of participants interested, we'll arrange.
Okay. And just curious, the self-paced videos are these videos which are getting recorded?
Yes, each session will be recorded. Even this session is getting recorded, and it will be shared after this session with you.
Okay.
Okay.
And
How is the different SPV versus class recordings?
Sorry?
The self-paced video and this class demo, class recordings. What's the difference? They both are the same, or that's different recordings from Oracle or something?
Self-paced demo, I don't know which sense they are using that word. This session, whatever I am speaking, whatever I am showing, whatever I am demonstrating, will be recorded, and that recorded session will be provided to you. Just you have to play and see.
He also mentioned that self-paced videos.
I don't know in which sense they have used that word. As far as I am concerned, whatever session I am delivering, it will be recorded.
Both are the terminologies which they are using.
Yeah, that's why I told you in which sense they used that terminology. But this is how we are going to do it.
Yeah, both are same.
Both must be same. Yeah.
Yogesh, when you say Monday to Friday, it will be Sunday to Thursday in US EST time, right?
No, it will be Saturday, I think. Sunday to Thursday must be, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
So, Venkat,
you are going to cover the BI reports also, right?
Yeah, but I will cover very high level BI reporting, OTBA.
Very high level reporting, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because in our company, like it started BI things. Okay.
Venkat, what's the duration for the technical course after this one is done?
It is also almost, I think, 40 hours session. The details you can get from LAXMAN.
Okay.
So Venkat, regarding benefits and compensation, if whenever it is planned to schedule later on, but do we have a self-paced videos available for them?
Yeah.
Maybe your previous training sessions or something.
Same way the session will run. Instead of talking about the core basics, we'll directly enter into compensation and benefits, and the same way session will be recorded and it will be available. So complete configuration steps will be demonstrated by me, which you can see and follow.
Venkat, do you have a previously recorded videos for OTL, for Fusion OTL?
No, I don't have, because we have not run those sessions so far. That's why I was telling those who are interested, Venkat, LAXMAN may arrange, because in the previous sessions, whatever I have delivered, only these sessions were delivered. I think no one has come out specifically for benefits and compensation and OTL. So we have not run any session so far. So we don't have any videos. Fine. Anything else? Okay.
Mr. Venkat, Ganesh here.
Yeah,
and
Ganesh.
as you said, the coexistence model, the Oracle e-business suite between the Fusion HCM. How the data sync is happening between those two?
You are talking about coexistence?
Yeah. If some clients are using the Oracle e-business suite,
Yeah.
okay. So if they are adopting the compensation or something like that, so how the data sync is happening between those two?
So see, if the customer presently using e-business core HRMS and they want to go for say HCM cloud compensation, then accordingly during implementation the interfaces will be made by Oracle, so that they run some jobs at the scheduled say daily or every 1 hour or something like that, so that the data integrations will automatically happen between the e-business core HR and compensation. Okay, so to and fro. Employee data will come there, and when you do the allocations, that will come back. These things will happen. So they will do needful.
So it will be manually, or it will be automatically, like
automatically. Nothing is manual. It will be automatically scheduled. So it will automatically run. We need not to do specifically something on a daily basis.
Okay. Fine. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your participation. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you.